Do you know why people succeed in business?
Tell us.
Audacity. Full stop. You guys are talking profit. I don't know how to read a P&L. Yeah. I know what it is, and I can see the numbers. I'm not an expert. I'm just audacious, though. Yeah. I will try. I've failed more times than for every success, maybe I have 90 failures or something like that. Like, there's just so many things I'm not good at. But the audacity to keep trying, I will keep trying. Sell the vision, but make sure it's a collective win. Not an individual win, a collective win. I am not proud to the point where I will hire someone dumber than me. Be smarter than me. Because if you're not smarter than me, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Be smarter than me. If people in my room are not smarter than me, if they're not wealthier than I am, if they're not more ambitious than I am, then I don't need them. Find people who are able to take what you have and level it up. Discipline allows you to be able to focus on all those. Vision. What do you want to see in 1, 2, and 5 years? Inventory. What do you have? Not what will you have. What do you have? Strategy. How will you take what you have to get you to where you want to go? The vision. Tactics. What will I do today? What will I do tomorrow? What will I do next month? What will I do in a year? Action plan. Where do I start? Once you have things like those in your life, I've got like 10 of them in my head. Once you have those things in your life, motivation stops being important. Discipline starts being important.
I generally never thought of being an entrepreneur. I did not start thinking that I was going to be one. So I had my side hustle. I would wake up very early in the morning, go to their side hustle. I had 2 staff who I was paying using my salary. And so I had my side hustle, go by 7 a.m. in the morning, have a meeting with the team, give them the direction, then I go to my 9 to 5. But the truth of the matter I realize is that doesn't work. As long as you're not there with your staff, it doesn't work. What kept me going is that vision that I had, and really for me it was really tunnel, right? Is this thing that I am going for, this picture that I see, and this is what I am going after. You have to be the best at what you do. You have to be able to compete on a global scale. The other bit is you have to really be open to learning. So when you start out, you are not, you have no prior experience of being an entrepreneur. So take advantage of programs like what Centonomy is coming up with. Has.
The first thing that came to my mind is it's not about the business at all. That entrepreneurial drive has nothing to do with the business. It has everything to do about what fuels you as you are doing business. When you go to the gym, it's not the muscles that's the reward. It's who you become in the process, right? The person who has discipline is able to keep the promise to themselves. That's the real reward. So for me, the real value of business is not the monetary value or what you think you're doing. It's who you become in the process. People buy people, right? So it's not the person who sells other beauty product, or that's the one I had this morning, or rather, it is a person who is not who you are. That is your risk to your business. It is you keeping things the same way and doing different things. You being the same person doing the same thing, you get the same result. You being the same person doing a different thing, you'll get a mediocre, different result. But you being a different person doing a different thing, or even just being a different person doing the same thing, that's where transformation happens. So for your business to transform, you have to evolve. For your business to mature, you have to mature.
I've noticed that there's a pattern to the businesses that tend to get investment, or they're told this is a good idea, but not now. And number 1 is a good product or idea. Number 2, you're actually solving someone's problem. And number 3, you have access to that market that you're solving the problem for. There's an opportunity cost to being self-employed. Being self-employed means you wake up every day, you go to the office, you run things from morning to night, you go home. Tomorrow, rinse, repeat. You never have time to go and learn. attend opportunities like these, seek accelerator programs, because your time is just evolved in the business, doing the day to day. I learned that I was doing my business like a kiosk, basically. So I was taught how to take things a bit more seriously, the structure that I was missing. Being an entrepreneur, your life is going to be full of speed bumps, by the way. If you're in the beginning stages now and you feel like, in 5 years, there won't be any more problems. There will be more. There will be more of them. And it's important to cultivate that lesson of picking up what I can learn, because sometimes it's a sign from the universe to stop and re-examine things, and maybe you are going in the wrong direction. My business didn't have structures. You can't just blindly trust anyone. You need to have systems and checks and balances. And systems don't have to be complex. If you are a young business, it can be as simple as starting with a spreadsheet.
Let's get businesses out of this big stuck, surviving, very exhausting level and into a place where they can actually see that happening. And I'm glad Yvonne talked about it, because that's actually what the Centonomy Entrepreneur Program was all about. It was about nothing else. But let's move to sustainability. Then when you get to sustainability, you can decide what to do with the company, including what we've had today, that you can actually sell it. Because a lot of opportunities are not the ones that you're really spending a lot of effort going. They're the ones, as you're servicing one opportunity, it is showing up on the spot. So don't build a business that is centered around you, because then it is limited by you. So entrepreneurship is a healthy way to accept your abilities, but also accept your limitations. But guess what? Other people, where you are limited, they are not limited. Conviction. People talk about passion a lot, but I think for me it's been more of a conviction. I'm passionate about what I do. And conviction is, yes, there's a problem that can be solved. But conviction is, I am the person to solve that problem. If you are convicted about it, if you can understand and know that's the next step, then you take the next step. Don't wait for we should be making, especially money, we should be making more money. There's nothing like a typical time to make a move in business, and everybody's business is different. So get out of the box.